Up until now, I've covered TDAC across 4 separate videos on my channel. But having multiple videos can make it confusing. You might wonder, which one should I watch? So this time, I used NotebookLM, Google's AI tool, to consolidate all 4 videos into one. I've also updated everything with the latest information as of April 2026. Once you know the key points, registering for TDAC takes just 3 minutes. Now, let's get into the main video.
So, you're planning your first trip to Thailand? That's amazing. But before you start dreaming about beaches and street food, there's one little thing you have to do that can make or break your arrival. It's called the Digital Arrival Card, or TDAC. And in the next 5 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how to nail it so your vacation starts the moment you step off that plane.
You know that feeling, right? That little heart thump at the immigration counter when you're fumbling for papers and wondering if you did everything right? Yeah, no thanks. This quick guide is all about getting rid of that stress so you can just breeze right through. Okay, first things first, if you've heard anything about filling out a paper card on the plane, just forget it. Those are a thing of the past. As of 2025, online pre-registration for the TDAC is totally mandatory for every single person. No ifs, ands, or buts. No registration, no entry. It's that simple.
But hey, don't start worrying. The process itself is actually super easy. The real secret to making it painless is just having 3 little things ready to go before you even think about opening the website. Let's get them lined up right now.
And that is literally it, just these 3 items. You need your passport for your name and number, your e-ticket for your flight details, and the info for where you're staying just for that first night. That's all. Nothing complicated.
Now please listen up because this is absolutely critical. When you go to search for the TDAC website, you are going to see ads for these fake-looking sites that try to charge you a fee. This process is 100% free. Always double-check that the web address you're on ends in .gov.th. That's the stamp of approval that tells you it's the real official Thai government site.
Okay, you've got your documents, you're on the official website. Now for the fun part. I'm going to show you the 3-minute method to get this thing done and dusted. This is where we save you a whole bunch of time.
This right here is the golden rule, the single most important tip I can give you. The form looks like it has a ton of fields, right? Well, you only have to fill out the ones with that little red star next to them. Everything else, totally optional. You can just leave them blank. Seriously, stick to this rule and you'll be done in like 3 minutes, tops.
First up, your personal details. And here's an awesome life hack. Look for a button that says Scan Passport. Just let your phone's camera see your passport page and poof! It'll fill in almost everything for you. It's super fast and you don't have to worry about typos.
Okay, next section, travel info. All you need here is your arrival date and the flight number of the plane that's actually landing in Thailand. And here's some fantastic news, especially if your plans are a bit flexible. You do not need your return flight details anymore. That field is now optional, so feel free to just skip it. And finally, where you're staying. Don't overthink this one. Even if you have a huge 10-stop tour planned, they only care about where you're sleeping on your very first night. And for the address box, which has that red star, you don't need the whole street, city, and zip code. Just typing in the name of your hotel is perfectly fine. All right, you've mastered the basics. You're practically a pro. So now let's level up with 2 quick tips for situations that tend to confuse people, connecting flights and traveling with a group. This question comes up all the time. If you have a layover, say in Korea, on your way from Japan, what do you put? It's so simple. For country of embarkation, you put where your whole trip started, so Japan. For flight number, you put the number of the flight that actually lands in Thailand, so the one from Korea. That's it. So what if you're not traveling alone? What if you're with a partner, or your family, or a whole bunch of friends? Are you really going to have to type in all that flight and hotel info over and over and over again? The answer is a big, beautiful nope. You're going to love this. It's an absolute game changer. So you finish the form for the first person. Then you click Add Another Traveler. When you get to the second person's form, you'll see a little drop-down menu. Click on Same as Previous Traveler. And like magic, all that shared flight and hotel info just fills itself in. It's amazing. Okay, you did it. You filled it all out. You hit submit. You're in the home stretch. Now let's just run through a quick final checklist to make sure your arrival is perfectly smooth. So keep an eye on your email. Pretty soon after you submit, you're going to get a confirmation message. And inside that email is the golden ticket, your personal QR code. This little square is basically your digital key to enter Thailand. All right, final checks before you fly. 1. Screenshot that QR code immediately. Don't be that person trying to find it using spotty airport Wi-Fi. 2. Just glance over your name and passport number one last time to make sure they're perfect. 3. Remember, you can only register within 72 hours of your flight, not a week before. And finally, and this is a big one for groups, make sure you send each person their own QR code. This little step avoids a huge traffic jam at the immigration desk.
And that's it. You're done. You are completely ready for a super fast, totally stress-free arrival in the land of smiles. Now that all the boring paperwork is handled, the only thing left to figure out is what you're going to do first. Hit the beach, find some spicy noodles. It's all up to you. Have an amazing trip.